Hey, welcome back to the third series of videos for the AR guitar build, the guitar that I'm busy hand building. Once again, shout out to good friend Tommy Casats of Tommy Rex for the original background music. Here I'm modifying some shotgun shells that I inserted a piece of aluminum in and drilled and tapped, and I'll be using these as the volume and tone knobs, kind of keeping with the gun theme. Well, I'm over here at the lathe and have to excuse my mess here, but here I have the tremolo handle, and I'm going to I also have a spent shell here, keeping with the gun theme, and I removed the plastic knob that's normally on the end of the tremolo arm, and I'm going to use my lathe here and turn down this piece of aluminum stock, the correct OD, and then drill a hole in the center of the correct ID to press on that spent shell casing. So I have my OD turned down, and here's my shell casing. I'm going to have an interference fit there. I'm going to press that on. And here's my tremolo bar, and that will press inside of there. So basically it'll be a press fit to everything, and then instead of the white handle that came on the arm, I'll have a spent shell casing. Okay, I have my two components. Here's my spent casing, and here's the aluminum spacer that I made to fit in there. So we're going to press this guy into here first. You can see that. Seems to go okay. So we'll see how this goes. This might be a little bit dicey. Went quite well. So there we have it. Tremolo arm with a spent casing on the end. Okay, I think I have here's my 5-way selector switch that I got out of my motor pickguard, and I tuned the pocket out here for this to go in. And so that goes in there nicely. Like that. And so there's our selector switch. Good work. So I think most of the machine work is done on the body here. I also filled in the groove here to gain access to the output jack. Next step, I'll probably be doing some light sanding, get this cleaned up a little bit, and catch you next time. Okay, so now I'm at the mill. I'm going to hold down this piece of aluminum with some screws. I'm going to machine around the outside. This is going to be the cover plate, the main cover plate covering up the pickups and the tremolo spring assembly on the back side of the guitar. One of the benefits of having all the machines in my shop. If I could be as good as guitar player as a machinist, I could probably half-ass survive. And here we're going to machine the smaller cover for the cover that'll go over the tone and volume pots. Same procedure. And there's a cover. Here's the cover plate for the back of the guitar, and that fits in very nicely. And you can see we can access the replace the strings, so that's good. And here is the other cover that we just machined. That'll cover up where the volume and tone pots go, and that's a rather nice fit. So I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know if you remember when I did the machining of the pocket here for the neck, I had an issue with where the two pieces of wood were glued together rather. So I went deeper with my pocket. So I fabricated this spacer out of aluminum. That's the right thickness. And that will go in there, like so, to space the neck up. And I also did some massaging on the neck. If you remember, it's off of a Fender Squire, and so I took away the Fender looking logo and just rounded the end off, so that will give it a little more of a unique look. What I'm working on here is I've assembled the bridge and put the low and the high E on, and locating this in regards to the neck, the strings down the neck equally. And they did put one pilot hole in right in the center, and I'm going to mark these holes and drill them over at the mill. I want to make sure my holes are nice and perpendicular, so rather than hand drill them, I'm going to drill them over at the mill, so that'll be the next step. Okay, so I've got the holes drilled to mount the bridge down. I drilled them over at the mill because I want to make sure they're perpendicular to the surface of the guitar rather than hand drill them. So basically what I'm doing here now, I'm doing a dry assembly of all the components prior to a breakdown and the final paint on the body and that kind of stuff. checking to see if the tremolo rocks correctly and install my whammy bar. I'm just putting the upper and the lower E string on. And I apologize for the elbow and shoulder shots. I realize now I should have had the camera at a better angle, but hey, what the hell? I'm not a professional videographer, just like I am not a professional guitar player. So, what the hell? It is what it is. I had an issue of mounting the claw on the backside for the tremolo. There was a clearance, didn't have enough clearance, so I reshaped the spring claw, flattened it out a little bit, so that when my cover plate goes on the back, there's not an issue with clearance. And I'm mounting the spring claw a little bit differently. I'm just attaching it directly down. Normally use your longer screws and you can adjust your tension. But I did some measuring and did the best guesstimate that I could as to the location, and it works. It turned out pretty good. So attach the 3 springs, flip it over, put the handle back in, try it. Yep, everything seems to work. Sweet. Okay, so I have everything pretty much mounted. I have the 2 volumes and a tone with my 10 gauge Peterson shotgun shell knobs. Got the output jack put in, got all the pickups in, tremolos back on. I just put on the upper and the low E string just to make sure everything goes in. Have our pickup 5-way selector switch put in, and on the back side it's getting kind of full in there, but it looks like it'll all work. I got the claw on for the tremolo, the tremolo spring is on. These wires will be routed through this hole here, and then my pickup for the output jack will be going through this point back to there. Got some clearance here for these wires. Probably should fit. Down there. There. Like that. So yeah, looks like things will work out. 18 Yep, that works. So I think I'll probably do some screw location on the back side for my plates, and then I believe I'm ready to disassemble, and I'm going to put another coat of do a little bit of light sanding, give another coat of primer on the body. And I'm also toying with the idea back here on the neck to put a mechanism in, since I'm a machinist, put a mechanism in here to do the tilt the neck. Fender came out with that idea in the, I don't know, 80s, I think 70s or 80s, I'm not sure when, but anyway, the Tilt-O-Matic or whatever. I'm thinking about doing that, so I might be modifying the cover plate here to do that. Of course, here we have our extra 190 thousandths of aluminum to fix the problem that I had with the wood separation between the two thicknesses. So I put that up, and I run a straight edge along here, along the frets. Comes nicely right up to the saddles. I'll be able to adjust those. There's plenty of room there, so it looks like the height of the neck is good. So I think it might work. Thank you, and stay tuned for part 4 and the final.